up, guys? What's up? Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Cut to the Chase podcast. I'm so happy to be here. It's been a little while. You know, I did some traveling. I'm going to be talking about that. Before I even get to everything today on today's episode, I want you to make sure that you subscribe to this podcast. We have some new subscribers. I've been noticing that we've gained some new subscribers, some new listeners. I appreciate you guys. If you guys have YouTube, which I'm sure everyone does, if you have a phone, just go to Cut to the Chase. It's number 2. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. It helps out the podcast. And if you're on Spotify and all these other podcast platforms, just put my podcast in there and it comes up. Hit subscribe. Like, if you want to share it, that's cool too. People get to know what we're talking about here. Sometimes I don't talk about nothing. That's usually, I'll say probably about 80% of the time I'm talking about absolutely nothing. 20% is meaningful. But yeah, now they're back here at Beacon Street Studios. Shout out to Beacon Street Studios. Before we get into the podcast, let me plug in some shows. I actually have a weekend in end of April 28th, 29th weekend. If you guys are in the New England area, Providence, Rhode Island, I'm coming for you. I'm at the Comedy Connection, hosting the Comedy Connection that weekend for Matt McAllister. I believe that's the headliner's name. I probably should know his name since I'm going to be working with him. So I'll have our producer fact check that. If I said the headliner's name wrong, please. It's only because we were just able to like legally read like this century. So, but yeah, I will be at the Comedy Connection April 28th, 29th weekend working with Mr. Headliner that weekend. And it's going to be fun. Make sure you guys come down and support us in that journey of trying to be funny. That's really what I'm trying to say. And tickets are on my Instagram and, the direct link, Comedy Connection Rhode Island. Go there and come down to a show. I'm going to host the shit out of that show. And actually, let me retract that statement. I will never, ever, ever say that ever again. I'm going to host the shit out of that show. Ugh, the manufactured excitement makes my bones like eerie. It just, because I know like it's not what I'm like what I normally say, but sometimes you got to spice things up a bit, jazz things up, as they say. I want to give a big shout out to the Drake Police Department for having me a couple weeks ago. I was hosting that show. It was a great fundraiser for the Drake Police Department. It was for the Unity Police Tour that they have, I believe, every year. They brought me back again. Shout out to Corey Rodriguez, my boy Corey Rodriguez. Guys, make sure you check out Corey Rodriguez. Great comedian. I work with him a lot. You guys, if you do follow me, I'm sure you guys know who he is. And I hosted a show for him. He was headlining, and I was hosting the fundraiser. A lot of great people. It was a great time. And I have some pictures up on my Instagram. I'll be putting those up. Shout out to Jeff from After Audio Production doing that for us. So, yeah, guys. And he's a dope photographer. If you guys in the New England area, hit him up at After Audio Production. After All Audio Production, I apologize. So, yeah. Want to say shout out for Drake Police Department for having me again. I can't wait for this Providence show. I feel very, very rejuvenated. I drank a lot of water today. I'm fasting today. I haven't ate anything. I feel like fasting is good. You cleanse out the, all the calories that you ate the night before or over the weekend, which was, what a weekend, by the way. I actually just came back from Baltimore, Maryland. I've never been to Baltimore, Maryland, guys. And I will tell you this, it was a very good time. I went down there, saw a show, went down there to go check out Donnell Rawlings, my boy Donnell Rawlings, Ashley Larry. What a fucking, just a great comedian, man. I mean, that guy is like, he just knocks the roof off. Like, he just like, if you want to talk about killing, like when I say killing, a lot of comedians will say, oh yeah, I killed, or this person killed. And usually about 50-60% of the time, I'm like, they did good, but I mean, there's like levels of killing that I feel like is just for some, or it's just unattainable. And I think Donald Rawlings is definitely one of those guys where the room shakes, when he goes on stage. But shout out to Jason Steinberg. Appreciate you, Jason, Donnell's manager. Appreciate the tickets. Appreciate the love. It was a good time. I went to the Baltimore Comedy Factory, which was pretty cool. I will say this: the show did not start on time. It didn't start on time for, I don't really know why, but I could tell you aesthetically probably why, that the reason why the show didn't start on time. It was interesting because the security guard at the comedy club, when I first got there, the line was like pretty much out the door. For a lot of you guys who don't know how comedy clubs work, when you have a first show and a second show, if there's a second show, pretty much if the first show didn't end yet, you have to wait till the staff turns over the room, make sure the tables are clean, the checks are paid. So there's a long line usually, and then I'm just like, oh my god, the show was supposed to start at 9:30. We didn't actually get in there till probably maybe, I don't know, 11:58, just around. It was a little while, but it was interesting because the security guard came up to me and was like, "Hey man, are you a preferred guest or a general admission guest?" And I'm like, "Oh, this guy's trying to test me here," And obviously, I gave him the only answer that I would give: preferred, bitch. I didn't say bitch, but I didn't say bitch. Like in my heart, in my soul, I wanted to be like, bitch, but didn't come out. So I said preferred, right? So I go and get the tickets that it was left at the will call. I come back. I don't know what preferred guest actually meant. In my mind, I thought hey, since you got you're a guest of the comedian or you're a guest of the production, you kind of, or by default, you kind of have get the little hookups. You get the little cut in the line. You get asked what you want first, like appetizers, little things, simple things. So he goes, "Hey, you're preferred guest, right?" And I was with my friend, DJ 411. Shout out to DJ 411. And I'm like, "Yes, of course, I'm preferred." And he started walking, right? And there was other people with us, so I'm like, "Oh, these are probably VIP people that are on the list." And I'm like, "Oh shit, we made it, right? We cut this line, we're almost at home plate." And as soon as we get to the elevator, this fucker turns around and he's like, "Can I just check your ticket? Just make sure?" I'm like, "Fuck." I'm like, "I'm not preferred. This is regular. This is a regular general mission." And he's like, "Yeah, you got to go the other line, the general mission line." I'm like, "Yeah, you didn't have to say it though out loud so everyone could hear it. You could have just leaned in and be like, 'Hey man, you just got to go. It's I'm sorry, but it's the other line. You're in the wrong line." This guy wanted to embarrass me in front of everybody. He was like, "No, the preferred is it's a color coded ticket. You have the regular general admission ticket." And I was like, "You know what? I'm in Baltimore. There's a black church right next to the comedy club. I'm gonna be a better man. I'm going to be a better man. I'm just going to eat this loss, and I'm just going to go into the regular mission line." But I can assure you that I have that guy in my rear view mirror when I come back to that comedy club. I don't even think that's the right saying, what I just said, rear view mirror. But I think you guys know what I'm saying. Next time I go to that comedy club, I'm gonna make sure I holler at my boy for kind of embarrassing me in front of all my black people. That's fine. Oh, dude. Were you humming them? I was just like, always want to put us down. I can tell you this, man. Black comedy clubs, urban rooms, woo. If you're a comedian, boy, you better have some jokes. You better have some jokes, boy. You better command that stage, because if it's not funny, they're not laughing, and they're gonna keep eating and talking. I was like, "Oh, this is great. I love this shit." But all in all, in summary, the comedy show was great. Donnell, appreciate you. Thank you for the tickets and just a good time at the comedy club. I stayed at a very nice hotel. That was good. I travel. I like to travel good, guys. I like to travel and, with comfort. I like to stay in really nice hotels. One thing really bothered me, though, about the hotel that I stayed at, and I'm sure, like, Nikki could, he could add to this, what I'm about to say. So, Nick, I'm going to tell you something. So, which hotel I stayed at.
Sure.
We don't have to mention it, but I stayed at a really nice hotel, and I don't know about you, bro, but if you are a doorman, at a hotel.
Sure. We'll say the Ritz.
Right? If you're a doorman at the Ritz, right? Very nice, prestigious hotel. Everyone knows what the Ritz is about, right? The brand, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel that the doorman should know pretty much a general basis of what's around the city? Mm-hmm. Right?
Depending on how old he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I disagree actually with that. I don't give a fuck how old you are. I think once you apply for a job, especially a front door guy, you should know pretty much generally about 80 to 70% of what's going on.
Yeah.
Locally that's surrounding that hotel.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Right? Now, I go and I ask the guy, hey, yo, what's like a nice sushi place to get some sushi food? Right? The brother goes, shit. Guys, I hate to say it, but the brother was like, yeah, man, I know it's shit. Yo, Dre, what's that spot that that's, that spot?
How disappointed were you at this point?
I wanted to take out my phone and go instantly on fucking Yelp and take a picture of this fucking guy and write the most ridiculous review. And I'm just like, all I'm asking is a basic, simple question. Where's
a good sushi
spot? I'm not asking you for your, like, where's the...
You know what? 5 blocks down here, it's called Uni. I don't remember what street it's on, but if you look it up, it's Uni Sushi. Boom, done. You have a name, you can find it.
I think you should know every single street.
Yeah.
I think you should know.
Old school, doorman.
Old school.
Yeah.
Bro, what's so hard about it? Just know your job.
Different age. Different
your job.
Yeah, we're falling apart, man.
Know your job. Just know. And I'm not a prima donna, bro. I just want you to know the basics. The basics of things get you so far in life. If you could just know the basics of things, you can do so. You could do well. You could do well. You could do fairly well, right? And if he doesn't know the best sushi place, or I could figure it out. But point me in the fucking direction at least.
Yeah.
Meet me in the middle.
Especially if you're luxury. See, that's where I'm like,
yo,
I don't mind. Like, whatever. You go somewhere. You're at the Sheraton. They're not going to know anything. They don't want to be there. They don't want to be there.
No.
They don't eat sushi. They probably don't even eat sushi.
Imagine working for a person named Sheridan. Imagine just being like, hey, I got to ask Sheraton, my boss. Ugh. Fucking name.
You go to the Four Seasons, you go to the Ritz, you go to the St. Regis.
You know what you're getting.
I'm expecting a ride to the sushi place.
Hey, you want a house car?
I'm expecting...
Do you want a house car?
A house car is... I'm not comfortable with that.
I'm bougie. I'm bougie when I travel. I want a house car.
But I think there's a level of... So I'm more concerned with the comfortability this person had with you to be like, hey, what's the name of the... It's like, go walk over.
I can explain that. I can explain why he did that. You may not know this.
I think I do, but I didn't want to make an assertion. Why don't you go ahead?
Black people have a very instant, innate connection of language when we don't know each other.
There's a kinship there.
There's a kinship there.
Do you do the head nod?
All the time.
Yeah, okay.
That's the universal kind of like, yo, like, we good?
If shit goes down, we know that we're here together, which I think is great.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Lebanese people don't have that. Unless we're in an Uber together and we see each other's last name. That's the only time. But like,
Right.
so I guess there's...
So there was an instant thing like, yo, this guy, yo, like, hey, what's the... And as soon as I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll figure it out. Because once he starts doing this, and then they start asking his friend questions, his coworker, it's like now there's a summit.
Yeah.
Now
it's a TED Talk.
Now it's a fucking TED Talk. From a question of just raw sushi, spicy tuna, by the way, if you guys ever want to take me out for sushi, you always have to order a fucking rolls of spicy tuna.
Spicy tuna, yeah.
Yeah. It becomes from just a basic question, where's a sushi place, to like, oh, I don't know where it is. Let me ask my coworker, to then becoming, hey, do you know what this place is? To be then becoming, no, I don't remember what this place is. Let's ask another person. Then it becomes this whole fuck. I'm like, dude, by the time you guys figure it out, I'm already back at the hotel. Like, I don't even want to like.
You're like, just give me the regular service.
Give me just regular service, dude. And basically, what I wanted to say, you guys, and this is actually, fuck it. I'm just going to this is the cut to the chase point of the show. If you have a job, try to master the job as best as you can. It's good. It propels you to kind of have an ambition to want to be proactive.
To do other things good.
Yes. Right?
If you do the shitty thing good, then you'll do the thing that you really want to do even better.
That's how I've succeeded so far. I never do things good, guys. But I know enough.
I can concur.
You know that, right? Sometimes I need a little push.
But you're right. I think the funniest thing about that whole thing is that you're just like, what? Can you just give me regular service? I don't need the inside track service. I don't want to like see how you come to the conclusion.
No.
Just say, wait 1 minute, sir. Go get the thing. Come back. Give me the recommendation.
I just want you to know the answer to the question that I'm asking.
Yeah.
Relative to what your job entails.
Yeah.
If I came to you, Nick, and I was like, hey, who wrote Malcolm X autobiography?
Don't know.
And I would be like,
Malcolm X.
That makes sense.
Right.
You'd be right.
Who was Malcolm X?
Was it Malcolm? Right? Most likely probably was. I don't know. But by the way, you should read that book. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
I probably should read it first. For many reasons, by the way. For many reasons why I should read this book.
It's very good. Pause. I should probably read it first. It's great.
Know your job, guys, please. That's all I'm saying. But aside from that, he was lovely.
We wish him well.
Brought my bags up. That was good, Got my car up on time. Everything was fine. Mm-hmm. That part was like a little like, come on, guys. You're the doorman. You're the face of this building. You are like the first line of defense, the first line of like, know your shit. Mm-hmm. Just know your shit, guys. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take that long. Right now, he's probably on Pornhub on his break. Instead of being on Pornhub, just go and be like, hey, what's like the top sushi places in Baltimore? Let me write it down. Let me have it in my little card. Let me have it in my little pocket. So if someone asked me, oh, boom, 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 I got it. Mm-hmm. Sorry, had to go on a tangent. I mean, I know how you are with service and how I feel like we could have connected. We had great service. You took me out to dinner.
Oh yeah.
We went
for your birthday.
You took up from,
Yeah, we went to a steakhouse for your birthday.
Yeah, we did.
That was an experience.
Now, first of all, Nick is a great fucking person to go eat with. Thanks. I just want to let you know that. That deserves a clap.
Thank you.
You are. You're very, very pleasant. Mm-hmm. You're not loud.
No.
You're not loud. People that is like loud. I don't like loud. Do you like loud now?
No.
I fucking hate loud.
No.
I can't sit with loud. If you're louder than the music that's playing at the bar, there's a problem. Mm-hmm.
There's a lack of connection there. You don't understand your environment, which means you're a crazy person. There's something in you you're just you don't care.
Guys, that's if Nick was a doctor, that's basically how he would write all his diagnoses for people. Yeah. He's crazy.
Manic outbursts.
He's crazy.
Bipolar tendencies. Yeah, you're a crazy person. We wish you well, but you're a crazy person. Yeah, I try to be pleasant. It's an experience for me. I like going out. I like going out to dinner. It's one of the few things I enjoy in life.
Which is great because
I can control everything for the most part. I can control kind of the experience that I'm having. You want popovers? Let's get popovers.
I noticed that you like to like take over. It's not like a takeover. Like, hey, I'm the guy. I'm the man. It's more of like, hey, man, you guys just relax. I got this. Mm-hmm.
It's hospitable.
It's hospitable.
Yeah.
You make people feel at ease, and I appreciate that. Cover the bill. That's always good too.
Sure.
I ordered. You say, hey, what do you? And you, by the way, you're like, some people. Some people say there's like kind of like an etiquette to like ordering if someone else is paying, right? Some people say, well, if someone's taking you out to dinner, right, you generally don't want to order the most expensive thing on the menu, right? Mm-hmm. You kind of want to stay within the lines, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe order the third or second expensive one or something, right? Me, I'm like, I didn't pay attention to any of those rules.
Sure.
I ordered the most expensive steak.
Well, I suggested.
And you suggested it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, let's go with the steak. And I was like, I had the filet mignonki.
I don't think there was gnocchi on top of it. I think it was just the filet mignon.
Did I just combine gnocchi and filet together? You did.
I think you secretly wanted pasta, and you saw mignon, and you were like, oh, I'm going to get gnocchi.
Well, an Italian served the steak.
I think she was from East Boston, yes. I think Deborah was from East Boston.
So there was an Italian. There was a gnocchi.
Boston Chops.
There was a gnocchi in there somewhere.
No, so first of all, you arrived and you did one of my favorite things.
What did I do?
Where you said, here, and you were nowhere to be found because I was at the hostess table already.
I do say that.
Yeah. Well, I know why you do it. And let's just say it's something that I think is an opportunity area for you. Here.
Shut up.
I'm standing there like an asshole. I'm like at the hostess table. I'm like, okay. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm already here, and you said that you're here, but you're not here.
Let me unpack that.
Sure.
You're right. I'm wrong. Proceed.
You arrive in the middle of a phone call. You arrive on the phone.
Yeah, I was on the phone with Godfrey.
Okay.
Because like Godfrey's like telling me about like something, and I forgot what we were talking about. And then I text you, I'm here. But I didn't know that here means like you need to be inside here. I'm like outside here. So.
Okay, fair enough.
I was like, so is it technically like not like.
Semantics, but I get it. Okay, which is fine. These are not things,
no big deal.
I know you now. So I'm like, okay, fine, this is great. If I didn't know you, that would be the last night you ever saw me. If I'm a producer or an agent who's like trying to like sit with the comic and they're like, oh no, I'm here. And they're out on the phone with Godfrey, I'd be like, yeah, you're up, buddy. Never again. I'll cover the meal still. We'll have a good dinner.
Well, you would actually lose a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You'd be like, I feel like you're impulsive. You make like impulsive conclusions without really like stepping back and assessing the whole situation. Nick is the type of dude like, oh yeah, we got a talent guy that I'm probably interested in representing. Oh, he's late 4 minutes. He said he was here, not
Done.
here.
See ya.
Nope.
Fuck out of here.
4 months later, I'm fucking selling 30 million. Like
there's 5 million comedians in the United States. I don't need to waste my time. But with you, it's like, okay. He's managing a phone call. I'm not sure if he's been here before. Like he's figuring out.
I don't even know where the fuck the front door looked like closet.
Honestly, I've been there 4 times. It took me a solid 45 seconds to locate the front door of this fucking restaurant.
How about making the door look like a door instead of a fucking bedroom closet?
So fine, it was fine because I had actually been there for 25 minutes before that. I was at the bar, just sitting, relaxing, having a drink of water or whatever.
Intel.
I had they had nice sodas there. I love a place that they're like, we don't have Diet Coke, and I'm like, oh, you fucking, but we do have local sodas. I'm like, all right, I'll do one of those. Three of those later. So you show up, place is bumping, a lot of people. It's a vibe. I like steakhouses because it's, I'm not going to do the Tim Dillon rant, but like it's very much that. It's
a good music.
Consistent. People are, there's some devils that are there, just some horrific people, and then some great people. It's a mix of that is why I like it, because there's like people that are stealing from people, and then people that are just working for those people.
First of all, you said like
there's straight up devils that go to a steakhouse. Yeah.
Devils.
Monsters.
I haven't heard like that phrase since 1987.
Yeah.
That's like a Catholic like priest.
Ghouls.
Like that's a medieval statement.
It's like a Protestant statement.
Yeah.
So you see those types of people there, and I'm sure you've walking through probably picked a couple out where it's just like, oh, they're they're into real estate, and by real estate they're into taking people's money and then going to eat steak with it. So we sit down. They put us. I'm glad they put us in what I felt was like I thought it was a good area, a good seat.
It's fine. The fucking place was fine.
Right? I thought so.
It was fine. I liked it. It was in between like some very diverse group of beige people. That was good.
It's funny because you spoke into existence diversity, which I've never seen before. We sat down, we ordered, like the food was good, but I could see you kind of looking around, being like, you lean back and you looked at me and you go, yeah, there's a lot of white people. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, there is.
Nick's like, yeah, how's the butter?
Yeah, there is.
I think
try the bone marrow though. Yeah, try the bone marrow. The bone marrow is good.
Fuck.
But then after you said that, a black family sat next to us, and I thought that was wonderful.
Didn't even notice him.
Okay.
Didn't even notice him.
I guess it was just me.
Didn't even notice him. You sure it was like they were?
It was a man and his daughter.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, hey, inclusion.
And then so we order. And I thought you did a good job. I think
I will never ever order. Which I like the suggestion, but whatever the fuck that bone marrow was.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, I don't even know if this should even be like. Has that been like approved by the FDA? Like serving that?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is bone marrow?
Bone marrow is like one of those things that really wealthy, evil people discovered where they were just like, you know what would be good? After we kill the animal and eat all of its flesh, let's crack the bones open and suck out the marrow on the inside of it. It's like some medieval shit.
Like I'm used to a different type of like bone marrow that's because where I'm from, we actually do that.
Yeah.
Like like my mom and my dad, like there were dishes where they had the bone and had the bone marrow.
Sure.
But it was like cooked a little different,
Probably seasoned a little different too.
I would say black. So it had a certain seasoning to it.
Yeah.
And I would just for like all my life when we have those dishes, my mom, without hesitation, waits to the last part.
That's the best, yeah.
To suck the shit out of this fucking bone marrow from the bone. I mean, it's like my mom. I don't know why I'm talking about my mom sucking the fucking bone marrow like this, but I'm just trying to describe like how the sound.
It's a
like
thing, dude. It's a whole thing. Yeah.
Not only does she like suck the shit out of the bone marrow, she taps it at the end. Like, nope, still more.
Yeah.
I didn't get any of that like feeling from that like.
Well, first of all, this is a different kind of bone marrow. I think it's presented in like a U-shaped. You could spoon it out. There's no sucking going on. So,
well, I think that's.
You ate it. It was so funny because Chase is sitting there and eating it, and after a while, you just looked up to me and you're like, "I don't really fuck with this bone marrow."
It's not It's like
it's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to eat it. You said it to me like I was your dad taking you out on the weekend. You're like, I don't want to eat this.
I mean, I even put the bone marrow on top of like a piece of bread with butter.
Butter, yeah.
No, didn't even, But everything was fine. I forgot what we had. I had the steak. What'd you have?
Chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fitting.
Yeah.
It's good.
I can't do red meat.
Oh.
I love steakhouses though.
Do you have Cialis or something?
I don't know. I just can't digest it. So I do chicken.
So it's a
chicken and seafood. You still get great chicken and great seafood at steakhouses.
Probably a little healthier.
It's more consistent. It's the most consistent food that you can get. Tim Dillon was absolutely right. Steakhouses just do things. They might not do it the best,
Okay.
but they do it consistently well.
Dope.
Which I'm fine with.
Well, I appreciate, you take me out. It was really cool. We were talking about some stuff, talking about the podcast, talking about other things like we usually do. And I'll be honest with you, man, it was very, it felt good that, it felt good like to have, someone to be like, hey, I'm going to do this for you.
It's nice to have friends.
Yeah. I don't like, I was thinking about this. Like, I'm like, damn, I don't like, I don't like, you generally have people do that. Usually if I'm going to dinner, it's like it's for something.
Sure.
It's not like someone's like, hey, Abel, I'm going to take, usually I'm the one that's like, hosting and being hospitable. But it feels good to like kind of.
To get it, yeah.
To get it. And appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. I like one-on-one dinners. I like one-on-one dinners. Anything more than 4 people, like how you go on like a double date dinner. I'll do that.
Sure.
But like anything more than 4 people at a restaurant,
it gets a little
I can't handle
too much, right? Because you're waiting for people to order.
Yeah.
Some people don't know how to, like, never been probably to a nice restaurant before. Or they don't know how to act.
Yeah, it's not even like a night. I know what you're saying, but it's not even like a night. It's just I need someone that knows how to fucking operate at a restaurant.
Yeah,
they're operators. They know.
Right.
They know. Okay, drink right off the bat. Tap water, Diet Coke, right off the bat. Boom. They'll come back with that. We're putting the apps in with the mains. Or we're not. Or they don't like doing that. It's going to be a long meal. Fine. But they know how to fucking operate. And I find like, it's tough. But yeah, no, that was a good steakhouse. Boston Chops, it's a local steakhouse.
Yeah, give them a shout out.
They do a good job.
Give them a shout out. Yeah.
I thought it was delicious. We had a really good meal. And then we went out after. We went to
where did we go?
The W.
We did. Oh, yeah. We slept out for a little bit. Nick came out after dinner. He stayed approximately about 16 minutes.
I'd say 30. I'm counting the train ride over.
Good one.
I'm counting the train ride.
Good one. That's a good one. That counts.
Orange line's looking good, people.
Yeah. Nick didn't even know what the fuck. Like, he's like, I'm like, Nick, we're taking the train. He's like, oh, okay. Like, I haven't been on the train. I was like, you fucking.
Just walk. Take an Uber or walk.
Yeah, you walk and, but it was good. It was good. You went to New York, right?
I was in New York. Yeah, it was a good trip. Uneventful. I played some basketball.
Gunshot. Now I've been telling but what did you just say? Did you say? Did you say you played basketball?
Yeah.
Why in the world?
I can play basketball. I know how to play basketball.
Don't you fucking wait? You defensive fucking. First of all, it's first I haven't seen you play basketball, so I can't say you can play basketball.
Fair enough.
All right. Number 2, what in the world made you want to play basketball after probably not playing basketball for many years?
You got to be fucking active. That's what I've learned this year.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You got to be active. You got to move around. So I'm taking up tennis. I'm going to play golf again. I'm going to get back into golf. And I'm going to get back into basketball.
What David Goggins fucking book did you read over the weekend?
I mean, it's very simple, dude. When you live in the city, I think I woke up and I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? I have all this shit at my fingertips, and I'm just sitting in here making a podcast and doing nothing else with my life.
I mean, podcast is kind of cool. I mean, you didn't have to say it like that. I thought we were trying to build something, but all right, well, all right, cool.
No, I played a little basketball.
So basically,
it was a light trip.
Yeah, so basically, like you kind of what you're saying is like you had you thought about you need something like need some physicality in your life to keep moving around, something like different.
That's the new thing for me is like I need to tether what I'm doing to some physical activity. So like if we're going, like my buddy's coming in this weekend, we're gonna go play tennis or go to the gym or play basketball. You know, we're gonna do something Saturday morning.
Okay.
So that when we go out, we feel good. We're loosened. We're up. We're moving. You gotta do it, man.
I think you do. I mean, I did this about 2 years ago. I had this epiphany 2 years ago where I said to myself, man, I'm this amount of weight. I'm not moving around. I'm not thinking clearly. Things are starting to stack up. I'm not prioritizing my life, basically. And decided that I need to start moving around physically. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start doing jiu-jitsu. And then from there, slowly started to kind of get back to a good regimen.
Yeah.
So I do believe that you do need something like physical in your life as part of the overall pie that you should have. You know what I mean? Something physical.
I think all this depression, like there's people with chemical imbalances. We don't want to discount that. Whatever. Fine.
Sure.
Whatever. Yeah. Get on medication. That's fine. Yep. But there's like 90% of people out there that if they just moved, they would feel so much better about just starting to address the shit that's going on. For sure, 100%. You could just do that more. It just sets the table for everything.
Yeah, a lot of people think like fitness or health, exercising, any type of like physical activity is it's more to help you mentally than it actually is physically. And I don't know what makes people not just kind of just do it. I could tell you from my personal experience, it was just because of like laziness, some depression a little bit, maybe just
it just sucks.
It just sucks because you feel like I know why. You feel like you're immobile. You just listen, the world is it's tough. Things are tough. But you just have to be like, you know what? I hate doing it, but let me just walk 20 minutes. Let me start walking.
Yeah.
And then you just got to start somewhere. I actually suggested to my friend, she doesn't work out at all. And she does so many things. I'm like, how in the world you're going to you're young now, but once you turn 50, 55, 60, it's a different you're going to be physically a totally different person. So how do you add more time to your life, right? That no one actually has the answer to, by the way, right? No one actually has the answer. Well, this is how you add more time to your life, right? Tomorrow we can go. That's just how it goes based on like whatever happens, right? But my thing is like, it's been proven that if you do work out, I don't know why I'm pointing that to the wall. But there's
I was wondering, chart. Do I need to put a graphic up? Or
I don't know why I'm doing that. I just feel like this is what people do when they're trying to explain shit.
Yeah.
And I just caught myself because there's nothing here to show.
And you're still doing it.
Right. Well, now I'm in it.
You can't get out of it.
I can't get out of it. So basically, you have you gotta. So this is
so if you fuck around.
Yeah. So if you
and then you find out.
If you find out, if you're here, you don't go here by not moving. So you have to move to here.
Yeah.
So just exercise, people. Basically.
Yeah, man.
Makes you feel good. It makes you good mental. It helps you out. I'm telling you from experience. The last 2 years, it's helped me a lot. So. I'm glad you started getting a little. Did you get a little shot? Did you fucking what are you doing? Don't you embellish the truth.
So my buddy's really good. My buddy's really good at basketball. So I was like,
how good is he? Where did he play?
So when we played in high school. So I was at Andover. He was at St. John's. I didn't play past sophomore.
You went to St. John's Prep.
He did, yeah.
He played.
He didn't play at St. John's Prep, but he's very good. And so. I kind of got back into in high school when you hang out with a high school buddy. Well, your fucking high school buddy went to goddamn Notre Dame.
Yeah, McDonald American. Yeah. So when you say good, I'm not trying to figure out where is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying he's not good. But
he's good if we were doing an open run at the YMCA.
So let me ask you this: Is he good enough where if I lined him up and I'm captain, if you're one of the options to pick and he's the option, am I picking him first or you?
You're picking him first because if you've seen him play. If you didn't see him play and you just looked at the two of us, you'd probably want to pick me.
No. I definitely would pick him.
Well, fair enough.
I could.
Fair enough. I feel like we wouldn't be guarding each other, given the height difference. I feel like I would be on the low block and you would be, very.
I've guarded everybody. I've guarded
far up.
I've guarded everybody. I've guarded guys 5'5" to all the way to 6'7".
But it was good. It was fun. And, we played horse, played one-on-one. Like, it was a good time. New York for me, like those light weekend trips to New York, it's just, you come back feeling really good. I came back
That's how I felt. That's how I felt about Baltimore when I went to Baltimore this weekend.
Yeah.
These nice little weekend trips away, not too far from Boston. You can take a nice little drive. It was a 6-hour drive, but I had a friend, so the time went by really fast.
Yeah.
I went to a really cool record store. Yeah. Shout out to, this record store.
Shout out to that.
Yeah. Shout out to this record store.
You like small town? Well, Baltimore's not really a small town, but you like going to...
Baltimore's a small town.
Yeah.
Smaller than Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah. The city of Boston. City of Baltimore. Yeah. This record store was cool. It was a little north of Boston. It was the area. It's the art area of Baltimore, just north of Boston. I think the best way to describe it was kind of like it was like a Somerville.
Yeah.
Like a Sunday market in Somerville.
Up and coming
type of thing, right?
Yeah.
The art area.
Sure.
Went to a place called the Golden West Cafe for brunch.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Really good.
You're doing this thing now where you make noises instead of using words.
I know.
I've noticed that.
I just think I came to the realization I need to get back to the basics of things. You don't really need to add more. I'm starting to do less is more now. I'm starting to be like, you know what? If you was like, yo, Chase, how was that movie? I'm be like, I'm saving breath. I'm saving.
Some would call that regressing. Just making a noise.
Yo, it was good. Yo, it was.
Actually, you know what? I'm on board with it.
I know you are.
I like it. At first, I didn't really understand it because I thought you were being aggressive towards me. When people whistle or they, I'm like, oh God.
I actually, well, that can go either way. Because I had an incident where I was walking home from the bus stop.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You know where I'm going with this.
Damn it.
And I noticed everything.
Yeah.
I'm a ninja.
Okay.
Low key, I'm a fucking ninja. Okay. Ninja Gaiden, bitch. 1986 Nintendo. You understand? Ever since then, when that came out, I've always knew my environment and my surroundings. All day. So I get off the bus stop and I'm walking home and I see this guy walking behind me, maybe about 20 yards, right? Approximately. So, he's walking, but he's saying something, but there's no one around.
No.
So I'm like, okay, I know what this is about.
Yeah.
I keep walking. Now he's going like he's whistling to try to get my attention, but he's not making eye contact with me. Every time I turn around to see if he's actually talking to me. Maybe I dropped something. Maybe he wants to ask me something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. So every time that I turned around, he didn't acknowledge me. I was like, all right, the next time he fucking says something, I'm gonna say something to him. And then as I cross the street, now he's crossing the street, and now he gets louder. He's like, I turned around and I was like, are you fucking talking to me right now? Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he walked across the street and then went the other way. Sometimes you got to pull that ninja shit out, son. Sometimes you got to pull that ninja shit out.
I know.
You know what I would have done? I would have switched him with the doorman in Baltimore. At least that guy knew.
You know where the nearest sushi restaurant is? Yeah.
I know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Down the block.
That's 2 blocks to the left, past the Whole Foods.
Huh?
And then I'm there.
There it is.
I don't know, man.
Well, Baltimore is good. I like traveling.
The record store was good. I went to this cool record store that was good. Old vinyl, cassettes, Remember cassettes?
Oh, yeah. My first cassette was the Hot Boys tape. I don't know if it was 9,000 Degrees. Is that what the...
Hot Boys, like Cash Money?
Yeah.
Your first cassette
That's my first cassette tape.
was Hot Boys,
Yes.
Bling Bling.
The Reebok skit where they try to break into the dude's house.
You know what? Dude, you're full of fucking surprises, bro.
I'm telling you.
That's the first cassette tape. It was like
Yeah.
Cash Money Records.
Yeah.
You know what was mine?
Let me guess. I want to say Sade.
Good guess.
Yeah, but I think it's like
Good guess.
that would be my guess.
I didn't get into Sade until
later.
Until college when Wilson's Leather was around.
They go hand in hand. They should give you a tape.
Yeah, when
in the jacket.
When Joe came up with Butter and Wilson's Leather came out.
Yeah.
That's when I got into Sade.
Yep. What a time.
I said Butter. It's actually Stutter.
Yeah.
That's the name of the song.
Yeah.
But the jacket was Butter. Remember they used to say that? Yo, that's just butter.
I remember it being a thing that was said. Not a lot of people were saying that on the bus at going to Andover High School.
They would say, yo, that's butter.
I was probably the only one saying it then.
You had a triple fat goose jacket?
Yeah, like 7th grade to 8th grade. I thought I was Will Smith. Like most delusional, slightly, Middle Eastern kids in middle school, they were like, in that age, in that like late 90s, early 2000s.
Why did you think that you were Will Smith?
I shouldn't say I didn't think. I wanted to emulate Will Smith. Like
better.
Jordans, bum equipment jeans.
Gotcha. Now I'm on board.
Polo shirt or like a rugby shirt, jersey.
Yeah.
We'll wear leather jacket. I would rock farmer jeans with like Tim's, but
you know what you just connected to me to now as you're saying this. You know who the fuck you could be? I feel like if anyone made a biopic documentary of the beginning of the Source magazine, you were the dude that went to Harvard.
Yeah.
That Benzino partnered up with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That guy, I think his name's David something.
It was like, well, let's go to the tunnel. And they're like, how the fuck do you know about the tunnel? Where do you get this information? And I don't remember where mainly TBS. TBS was like
you fucking piece of shit.
TBS.
You got your black education from the TBS network?
A lot of the shows on TBS network, for sure.
What was
Strawberry Records.
Well, what was the programming on the TBS network at that time?
I'm trying to remember. I don't know if Moesha was on there.
No, that was UPN.
UPN. Sorry, yeah, UPN.
So you meant
for
UPN?
Sure. UPN, yeah.
Oh, so you really wasn't.
But then it switched over to TBS. Like then you started to see like kind of a mix.
You know how it goes.
But like Fresh Prince was my just
go-to.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was All
right. Well, interesting. I don't even know how we got on a tangent about that.
I don't either. But that was a fun trip down memory lane. And then in high school, I was like, maybe I should wear a button down.
Yeah. Well, you grow up a little bit.
Yeah, you grow up a little.
I will tell you that once I got into college, I went from like the thug phase because I had my little thug phase,
Sure.
Timberlands.
Yep.
Jabos, jeans.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, triple fat goose.
Mm-hmm.
I was into like that. And then I swear to God, I know it like it. I know this so clearly. I knew the time period when I changed my whole wardrobe and my outlook on how I should present myself, right? When I met these two dudes from college, they were named Damien and Phil.
Oh, wow.
D and P, we called them, right? They lived upstairs in my dorm. I was 109 Brown. They were 209 Brown, Brown Hall. These dudes were so put together at like 18, 17 years old. They never wore a pair of jeans in college.
Wow.
That's how like
chinos, khakis.
Not even, dude. Dress pants, bro.
Whoa.
Banana Republic, Damien, right? Phil, dress pants, Milton's. Tucked in. He would share the shirt. Like he was an Italian, like so. He still had the Italian, tapered fucking body.
Yeah,
Calvaricci's.
Yeah, with a t-shirt, with a black t-shirt, with a high, with a those tees, the mock turtleneck
Yep.
tees?
That's what he wore. Damien was like fucking, into the Tristan Americas, the fucking, the Banana Republics. He was they just put together. I'm like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah.
Like, they look like, and then, I kind of was like connected to them because they brought me into a world where like a fashion, like I didn't even know, Guess and like these high end type of things. And man, it was a pretty, and that's where I wore shoes with like the buckles on them.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the Kenneth Coles?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Did you know that I engraved the metal part with my name? I went to Things Remembered and I put, what the fuck are you laughing at?
Things Remembered, dude. That's the best. That's one of the best mall kiosks fucking of all time.
Remember Things Remembered, bro?
Yeah, I'm trying to get these dog tags. Could you put Sheila Forever on these dog tags?
It was the illest type of like flex, cheapest flex you can do.
Can you put the Andover boys on my hat? Can you just do it? But what? Can you spell boys with a Z?
With a Z, right? And they would charge you per letter. So you have to.
They're like, no, we can't.
Like, no, we can't.
No, sir.
Right.
You need to go back.
I got hooked up because there was this white girl with the glasses. She was nerdy, but she had a fat ass. So she always used to hook me up because she liked me.
Yeah.
Because she always wanted to meet me at the Bahama Beach Club on Friday nights. So we would change, like, she would get me hooked up on Things Remembered shit, and I would get her into the La Copas.
Yeah.
At the BBC. Shout out to the Palace. Rest in peace. North Shore, baby. All day. Represent, bitch.
You just described the scene in a fucking late 90s sitcom about North Shore culture, North Shore high school culture.
Oh yeah, if you're from the North Shore, if you've never been to the Palace, you're not a North Shorean.
No.
Yeah. So, Things Remembered. Oh my God, that brought me back. Oh my God, I don't even know. Jesus. Oh, but I don't know.
Do you have a passport? You travel. You're doing a lot of traveling.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my plan is to do a lot of traveling this summer because, as you know, your boy is a citizen now.
Yes.
I'm an American.
Yes. Yeah. Oh. There it is. I think it's the left. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I think it's the right.
Need a
Actually.
little bit more practice.
Yeah, you got it. That was right.
So yeah, I want to apply for my passport, right? Which is a really
good.
cool thing. I know for some people, a lot of people, they're like, well, that sounds like so, like, why are you so excited about it? For someone who's an immigrant like me, dude, like, you don't understand, like, becoming like an American citizen and like applying for a passport, it's like a big deal. Like,
It's a very big deal.
I'll
be honest. I used to think like I had a passport for my entire life. I had a passport, and I would just be like, oh, I just assume everyone has a passport. A lot of people don't have a passport.
Oh.
It's fucking amazing. You literally just walk into another country and show them this fucking document, and they're like, okay,
Yeah.
go ahead, go in. Let me stamp it first. Go for it. It's wild. It opens up everything.
It opens up everything. And I never, so I'm able to do that now. So I'm going to apply for my passport. But I heard there's like different levels of passport, like passport shit. You know what I'm saying? Different levels of like clearance. I heard you can apply for a passport with global entry.
Oh yeah, you should do that. When I have to do mine, I'm re-upping. I have TSA pre-check.
I'm gonna do that too.
You should do global entry.
Global entry, because I want to.
That covers it though. You just get global entry. That covers pre-check. So that means like.
Oh, it covers pre-check too. Okay.
Yeah. So my travel setup is as follows, right? Credit card gets me in a lounge. Anytime I buy tickets, goes to like points that I can put towards more tickets.
I gotta apply for a credit card.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But when you go, you get TSA pre-check.
Which means that's your credit card.
Which means, sure. Which means you get to go keep your shoes on. You don't have to like take your belt off, take your shoes off.
Why would I take my shoes off?
Because you have to take your shoes off when you travel. Some places you have to take your shoes off to go through security.
So this is like kind of like a VIP type of situation where you just kind of bypass the basic things that most people have to do.
Yeah. Oh. If you go to an airport and you see Clear. Clear is like a service that lets you cut the line.
That's what I want.
So you have to get that separate from pre-check. So you got to get TSA pre-check.
Jesus Christ, I love this.
Whoever's listening, if you're up to like renew your passport, get global entry. It's an extra $25. It lasts 5 years.
I got that.
Yeah. So TSA pre-check and global entry together, I think it's like $175 for 5 years.
I got that.
Which is great.
I can do that.
Boom. Clear. Clear is like, I think $200 and that lasts you a year. And that gets you through the line.
Okay.
And then you get clear on top of pre-check.
Oh, shit.
I feel like I'm losing people, but clear on top of pre-check. You basically walk onto the plane.
Shit. I want all that.
Yeah.
I want all access. You know what I want? I want to be like Jason Bourne, where I just show up and I give him this
Drop the bag.
And I just want you, I don't want you, yep, he's here. Let him in.
Yeah.
No questions. Now, in a real world, that can't happen. But I want to get as close to that. Less talk, less stress, less people. Let me just get to my fucking plane.
So to do that, though, you have to always have your ID on you. You have to always have your boarding pass ready to present.
Well, I don't know how I should take that.
I'm just saying.
The way you said it.
I'm just saying.
I feel like there's some underlining things there. Are you just saying it like just generally? Or are you saying it because you think there's a kind of a pattern here?
I'm just saying, based on what I have observed, there could be a situation where you misplace your ID.
I can't say I'm here.
And it renders no. You can't give them that smile, like that look, that smile, and be like, "Hey, cut to the Chase podcast.
I'm here.
Chase, cut to 2 with the 2." They're gonna be like, "You, sir, you need to leave."
Yeah, you need to leave.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
First of all, the canine, the drug sniffing dog, does seem to be pretty active around your bag.
All right. Well, okay. Well, let's segue into another subject. You know?
No, man, that's good though. That's good. Getting the passport's good.
Yeah, I want to travel. I want to travel to. So I want to do some kind of like. Obviously, the domestic stuff. I'm kind of feel like I'm kind of starting. Well, I always travel domestically, but I want to start traveling internationally. One of the places I want to go to, I don't know if you're interested or ever interested in this place, is Scotland.
Yeah. My wife was just talking about this the other day. She's like, "Man, Scotland looks good."
Something about Scotland, it draws me. And I don't know nothing about Scotland aside from Braveheart.
Okay.
And ever since I watched Braveheart, I'm like, I want to go to fucking Scotland.
Yeah.
Something about the eerie, kind of dark, medieval.
Interesting.
You're
into that.
I'm into that shit, dude. I'm into that.
See, Scotland sounds kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do London. My wife and I want to go to London
London's
at the
cool.
end of this year.
Oh, yeah. One of my bosses just came from London.
Yeah. London, Germany. And yeah, I got to be honest, dude.
What's up?
France doesn't do it for me anymore. I just it's dirty. People don't like you. Like, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be in that environment.
Well, guys, if I have any listeners in Paris, France,
we don't. I look at the analytics. We don't. No, but you know what I'm saying? There's places that, like, as a kid, I was like, man, going to Paris would be cool.
Yeah, I'm at the point in my life, bro. It's like I don't even get to those type of thought processes. You know, if I feel like something is not going to be interesting to me for whatever reason,
done.
No, actually, I turned the corner a little bit with that. Before I would be like, I'm done. I'm not interested. I'm not doing it. Now I have more of an interest to actually go see it to see if it's going to change my mind.
Okay.
So I want to actually go experience it for myself and earn that shittiness. Because now I can say like it was shitty because I went there because of this.
Now you can earn it.
Now
I like that.
You got to earn shittiness.
Yeah.
People don't want to earn shittiness. They just want to say things are shitty.
Yeah.
When I say something is shitty, generally, it's because I already experienced the thing that I'm talking about that's shitty. One of the things I fucking can't stand is when people say, oh, that person's shitty. This place is shitty. The first thing I go to and I say, have you been there? Or what did that person do to you? So where are you drawing these conclusions from?
Bro, I can't wait to go to fucking Paris and come back and tell you how shitty it was. Now I'm excited. Earn your shittiness.
Earn your shittiness. Earn the right to say something shitty. Earn the right to say something is not good. because you actually seen it, you dealt with it, you felt it, you had an experience with it. Now, what I'm saying is, with some things, you're gonna have to like not do that. You can say like that's not good for you, like meth. I don't want you to have to earn to say it's shitty by doing it. We could tell it's shitty by looking at people.
Yeah, you can make some assumptions.
You can make some assumptions there, right? But generally, when it comes to like locations, social things, get in there. Get a little dirty.
Yeah.
Earn the shittiness. Kind of like some Rocky shit, you know?
Going to Paris.
Figure it out. You know? Go to the place that you may think is not interesting. Maybe it is interesting. It's kind of like people that say, it's kind of like generally like what people generally, especially in America, like they have a general, like a kind of like a thing about Africa. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
You know, most people are like, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I don't know about Africa, you know? And I'm like, well, have you been to Africa? Have you been to a specific country in Africa? Because Africa is a continent, so you can't just say I went to Africa. You got to say, have you been to Tanzania? Have you been to Kenya? Have you been to Nairobi? I'm sorry, have you been to Morocco? Have you been to South Africa? Have you been to Ghana? Have you been to Chad? Have you been to, you know, each continent is very different, you know? So, I don't know. I feel like for me now, if I have the ability to go somewhere financially, I want to like earn it. I want to earn that. I want to earn the right to draw a conclusion, an honest conclusion from something by actually experiencing it, if that makes sense.
Love that.
You know? Yeah, so go earn that fucking right to say France is shitty by going there.
Like I said, I can't wait to come back.
Yeah. Go eat some, you know, some food.
No, the food's going to be good. The food's going to be good.
Yeah.
There's good things there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's many things that I like. I love many.
Well, you're fashion.
I love a big.
They're big on fashion there.
For food, I love French food.
Yeah.
Love French food.
How about art?
Yeah, I'm not. You know, I'll be
like
honest.
Museums. The Louvre.
Like,
is it the Louvre?
I like running through a museum.
Yeah.
I like running through a museum.
Yeah. Kind of like going to
a brisk walk through a museum.
Yeah. I think London probably might be a little bit more around just knowing you. I think London's kind of a big alley, but give it a shot. You know, give it a shot. You know.
You were walking around Newbury Street before we recorded.
Yeah, I did it was a nice day today. It was a nice walking day.
Spring, man.
Dude, first of all, can we have a clap for the fact that we had a very mild winter this past time? Oh, no snow. No.
Very little, yeah.
No, we had no snow. We had no snow.
Yeah, actually, I don't think we did.
We had no snow at all. So now the weather's starting to get good. People starting to feel good about themselves. People are fucking playing basketball all of a sudden after 20 years. Like.
Playing.
Oh, you played.
Just ripping threes.
5-5? 5-on-5?
No. But it was a hard game of 21 and horse.
Yeah, that's an old man's like kind of like.
No one was guarding me, but I slapped the rebound. If you play basketball, you know what that term is.
Fucking one of those.
Off the rim, off the backboard, just.
Oh, so you make no. Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's theater.
Yeah, don't go to France. They don't like.
But it's that beautiful weather, man.
Yeah, I walked it, man. Went to Newbury. I got a coffee at Blue Bottle. I got the I think it's called the Home Wrecker.
Ooh.
No, not Home Wrecker. Sorry, that's a different episode. Sorry.
Delicious.
I think everything is. I do want to kind of say this, and I want to talk about. I know, the last couple of weeks we've been kind of, doing our thing. You've been doing your thing. I've been traveling. You've been traveling. I want to give like an update to something that happened, and I just want to.
Oh boy.
And so a lot of you guys, I think if you guys listen to my podcast, I've mentioned my, my living situation. I am kind of living in a kind of a really cool place. I'm saving some money. Not right now. My next check is going to start working. But, and so I was living with a roommate. I had a roommate. His name's John. You guys have heard of him. Older guy, lovely guy. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. And I'm not just saying that. I genuinely mean that. He was one of the nicest men I ever met. And I was in Chicago. I think a few weeks ago, and I got the call from my landlord that John passed away, and we found John, and he passed away, and it was, and I went to his funeral. He died unexpectedly. He did have some health concerns, of course. He was an older man, but we went to his funeral. He had a service down in Sandwich, Mass. I don't know if you know where that is, Nick. It's about, I think, a couple hours down the Cape, right? And my landlord spoke, and I just was like, man, I feel like I have to say something. I don't know what was gonna come out of my mouth, but I feel like I had to say something just for John, because I mean he's the closest guy. I was the closest guy to him in that whole service because I lived with him. I mean, the guy, his door was like 5 feet away from me, I saw the guy fucking naked, walking around. Not like voluntarily, just because it happens. It happens when you're old. Balls are just out. I did notice that when you start getting older as a man, you just want your balls to be out more.
All the time.
You know that, right?
I do that all the time.
So John, I'm at the funeral, and I said some few words, and and I don't know. Sometimes when things come to me in the moment, I just kind of say things. And what I said that this guy was a 74-year-old man, 75-year-old guy, Irish Catholic white guy who, for some reason, we just had a certain connection. We weren't fucking. I'm just saying, we had a man to man good friendship. He would share a lot of stories about how he grew up. I told him how I grew up in my culture, and he was astonished. He's like, really? You guys do that? You guys do that? And what I will say this, guys, is that I know for some people, I don't know how people think about death. For me, I think about it. I kind of internalize it. I think about it a little bit more than I probably should have to. But what I'm trying to say is that if you do have someone that you know, and then they leave unexpectedly, I try to remember the good things about them. And one of the good things about John was that he reminded me that you always have to have the will to want to. You always have to have the will. You always have to have will to be better. You gotta want to get up and do things, even though you don't want to do them. John was working full time up until he's 74 years old. John had a house down the Cape. He was renting a room next, where we lived, which was closer to his job, because the Cape to his job was 2 hours, and he couldn't do it anymore. So he was paying for a house in down the Cape that he didn't even live in, also renting a room, waking up at 4:30 in the morning to catch the first bus at 5:15 in the morning to go into Boston, leave work at 3 o'clock, wouldn't get home till about 6 or 7, well, 5, 6 or 7, whatever time he got home. And then he would just do that. And I'm like, John, you have to retire, bro. Sail off into the sunset, dude. Sail off into the sunset. And John's like, hey, man, I got responsibilities, I gotta handle my business. And me, I'm over here bitching about, waking up in the morning just to go do a fucking podcast or something, or, going to go meet, some person that whatever, just bitching about little things. And I would just look at John, him waking up in the morning, doing the same routine every day, make his coffee, leave the door open, get some fresh air, play some Motown. And he just did it. He was just a fucking man, dude. He was an adult. Forget about being a man. He was an adult. So, and I don't know. Just wanted to kind of share that, and just always kind of cherish people who are in your life. Cherish people and show them that you care. And that's all. That wasn't really eloquently said, but hopefully.
How'd you do Did you connect with people or
at the funeral?
At the funeral, yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
You were sincere. You did it straight.
I did it straight.
Yeah.
I did it. I did it with how kind of I feel like you should do it.
Yeah.
You know? And then with that being said, John, would have wanted me to, I mean, I did anyways, but he would have wanted me to do it too, which was like, I ate all the snacks there. The fucking spread was remarkable.
They just do. The Irish do a great job of post funeral.
Oh, it was phenomenal. I mean, just brownies, cupcakes.
Yeah.
They had lobster rolls, chicken salad rolls, tuna salad
and really
rolls.
bad coffee.
Oh, the coffee was terrible.
Delicious.
Oh, but it was delicious at the time.
Love that.
A lot of sugar. A lot of sugar.
Well,
shout out to St. Parish of St. Anthony's Bartholomew of Sandwich. I think that was the name of the church. I'm not sure. I can tell you fucking right now, but you fucking churches are boring though. That's one thing.
Oh my God. It's the worst. Roman Catholic churches, it's just, or Irish Catholic churches, it's just fucking.
This please stand. I don't want to fucking stand. This is the 8th time I'm standing.
It's a lot of back and forth, dude. And it smells weird.
It's just old. It's just old. Like, it's like, do people still do this the way, like?
A lot.
Can we put a little, like, John Cicada in the background? A little.
Something. Can we
get a little Maxwell in the back?
Can we put some Joe on?
Can we get a little, next? Some butter love? You got that butter love. Oh, baby. Guys, this was fun. This is Cut to the Chase podcast, man.
At least we had fun, man.
Listen, sometimes, we're getting back in the groove. We're getting back in the groove. Again, shout out again to all of us, all of the podcast listeners. You can follow me at Chase Abel. I'm on Instagram, guys. Make sure you please follow me at Chase Abel, ChasCabel. I'm on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok too, by the way, at Chase Abel _comedian. That's my TikTok handle. Also have a website, which is I am revamping. We're going to be ramping that next week. www.chaseabel.com. So please, log on to that. I'm actually going to be uploading our podcast, the links to the website, so we can, get that traffic, getting to the website as well. So we're moving in the right direction. We're moving in the right direction. I always love you guys. Also, man, follow Nikki Neighborhoods, man. Nikki Neighborhoods. I need a little clap for Nikki Neighborhoods. Fuck yeah, Mr. Nikki Neighborhoods. He's getting his hip flexors warm and ready. He's coming to a black top court near you, baby. At Nikki Neighborhoods Instagram. Can we play Above the Rim like going out the soundtrack? I feel like that's fitting for you,
Juicy.
Juicy. Nikki, have followed him, guys, at Nikki Neighborhoods. Shout out to Beacon Street Studios. We'll be back with another episode. I got some guests scheduled. I got to talk to Nikki about it. Get that in the books. We're going to have some really, really cool guests coming up. Again, I'll be at the Comedy Connection April 28th, 29th. Make sure you get your tickets. Please come. And I'm out, guys. You have a great week. Peace.